This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
This is how it's always been. I'm on the outside looking in.
Welcome to Double Love, the podcast in which we explore the strange and terrifying world of Sweet Valley High, book by book. I'm Anna Carey.
I'm Karen Moynihan.
And we are heading back to Flair. Sorry for making you wait, but I had to send in a draft of a book last week. And once more, I was not in my right mind.
These things happen. It's okay.
It'll be fine.
It will. It'll all be fine. Also, I'm always really, weirdly afraid everyone's going to be mad at us when we don't put out an episode when we're supposed to. But but everyone's always really nice about it, and you're all very sound and lovely. So thank you for that. Because I always feel like, oh no, everyone's going to give out to us. But that never happens. That's just me.
No, you're very understanding, and we appreciate it very much, especially me, because it's been mostly my fault. Anyway, we are back with a new book, and it is Fashion Victim. Now, I have not read the whole thing. However, the other day, Karen asked me if I had. And when I said no, I said that I hope Frank Cobra turns up. And she said, and I quote, "He does not, but let's just say the spirit of Frank Cobra perseveres." So that may not happen in this half of the book, but we very much got something to look forward to, all of us, because I haven't read it either. We're back with Fashion Victim, and we will start off with the tagline and blurb. And the tagline, I have got it in front of me now, but I haven't read the blurb, is "All that glitters."
Okay.
No. What is not gold?
No, I don't know.
They're just pulling things out of the arse at this stage.
Pretty much.
Can you share the full blurb?
I can, and it's quite spoilery. But yeah, it literally starts with "fired." Elizabeth Wakefield has been booted from her magazine internship for stealing an idea she thought up in the first place.
Okay, just going to say now, that happens at the end of this episode. That's halfway through the book.
It's literally halfway through the book. With the help of her twin sister, Elizabeth sets out to prove she was framed. Her snooping leads her into terrible when the glittering world of fashion publishing takes a nasty turn.
A dark and nasty turn? That has not happened yet. This is super spoilery.
Not yet.
Yeah.
It really is. It continues. Jessica Wakefield has a major dilemma. Dating fashion photographer Quentin Berg has been an exciting whirlwind of glamorous late-night parties. He knows all the right people. Okay. But Quentin isn't all he's cracked up to be. In fact, he's a shallow, stuck-up creep. Yes, we know.
That's been established since the first book.
Very early on. It's Cameron Smith, a clerk from the magazine's mailroom who's got real class. Fucking debatable. Do nice guys really finish last? What are we doing here?
I mean, question I ask myself every 2 weeks. But
honestly.
Wow.
But yeah, that is the blurb. It's then, book 3 in this very fashionable 3-part miniseries. Join Jessica and Elizabeth as they dive into the fast-paced world of fashion magazine publishing.
I mean, it is very fast-paced because they seem to plan things about 2 days before they go to print. But
the lead-in times are truly insane.
Yes, stressful. But does the cover live up to this spoilery blurb? I guess it kind of is spoilery because it doesn't show anything that's happened in the first half of the book.
Yeah, I'm actually not convinced it shows anything that happens at all in the book.
Oh, really?
But
Okay.
It's more the vibe, I think. It's we're snooping, we're looking around, we're looking kind of shifty. But yeah, so we are, of course, now in this new era of photo covers with the Daniel twins. So we have Liz snooping around an office. I do really like this cover, I have to say.
Same.
This might not exactly happen beat for beat in the book.
Yeah.
Her outfit does appear in the book.
It does!
is fantastic. I really love that they've gone to those lengths of details for these photo covers. So she's standing at a filing cabinet with the drawer open. She's got a folder in her hand. She's kind of looking off to the side like someone's about to walk in, and she's kind of nervous. Like, it is a good kind of like atmospheric cover shoot, I think. She looks fantastic. Like, I mean, you know, it's kind of hard to take a bad picture of the Daniel twins, I think. So I'm guessing this must be Cynthia then, if it's Liz.
Yeah, it's definitely Liz.
It is.
We can't tell them apart.
Yeah. So she's wearing a short sleeve pink shirt. She's got this kind of grey waistcoat on over it, but it's nice and tailored. Like, it fits her really nicely, and a matching skirt. And it's funny because when I kind of read the description of this outfit in the book and didn't really put it together that it was on the cover too. And when you read the description in the book with kind of no context, it's like, ugh, another dowdy nun outfit for Liz.
Yes.
But then you see the picture and it's like, actually, this is really nice. Like, surprisingly, a very nice outfit on Liz. And also, and this is something that she wears in the TV show as well, she's wearing a cladder ring on her finger, a silver cladder.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to zoom in and have a look at that. Oh, so she is.
Yeah.
Irish touch.
We love to see it.
I do like that they're like, initially when we saw the first photo, it was just, oh, that's just a generic photo of the twins. Like, that could be anything. And I thought they were just going to get random, you know,
promo shots. Kind of.
Yeah, exactly. But now it looks like they are actually, you know, illustrating, like getting people in to illustrate scenes from the books. I am very excited about this going forward. I hope we get more as the books go on.
Me too. I'm really fascinated to see when we're going to get like other characters on the cover who, like, you know, that we know from the books but weren't in the TV show. So we've now cast somebody to be Stephen Wakefield or, you know, someone that we haven't seen on screen but know from the books. And it's like, who do you guys picture? Because as we know, Sean William Scott is Quentin Burke.
Yeah. Well, he is now. Well, actually, like, because the SVU books were all photos, but they weren't initially of the Daniel twins. They were like these other twins. No. And they did get people in to be everybody, basically. And then after a certain point, they definitely had the TV actors. So it's, I'll be intrigued to see will they like just get, maybe they'll get like the Stephen from the SVU books in to be Stephen here, and Billy. So yeah, it's intriguing. But I'm more enthusiastic now about the photo covers than I was initially, because initially I was like,
definitely
these are going to be just, you know, it was just stock photos basically.
I know. And in fairness, that first cover girl's photo may well have been like a specific one taken for that book, but just because it seemed so kind of vague and not particularly reflecting anything that happened in the book, that it was just like, oh, this is kind of nothingy. Like, it's a lovely picture, but it's not really giving us anything from the book. Whereas, this one and the last one now, it's like, okay, we've warmed up now. We're ready for this. We're actually staging some shots and getting props in, and it's good. And now that we've got like outfits that are in the books and everything, I'm just like, yes, let's fucking do this thing. I'm 100% in.
And I do remember Michael Pearl, who plays Winston so brilliantly in the TV show. When we interviewed him, he did talk about doing photo shoots for the books. So hopefully there'll be rich pickings for us going forward, and fun for Cressida if she continues to take up the challenge.
Indeed.
Can't wait to see your little miniature filing cabinet, Cressida.
What horsey prop can be repurposed? I'm just dying to see. I love it.
Well, we begin Fashion Victim where we left off, with Cameron getting into a lift after catching Quentin sexually harassing Jessica. So we get a whole recap of, you know, what happened at the end of the last book. We learn that he is referred to as the guy Jessica loved. And we are also reminded that Jessica is a teenager and Quentin is a pervert, even though it's not presented as such, because it's like, Quentin was a world-famous fashion photographer, and even though Jessica was only a high school intern, he'd allowed her to model for a very important fashion layout. There's a lot to unpick there. Jessica then thinks not that he had much choice, Jessica thought smugly. And we're reminded that her shoot is going to be in the magazine. But then she starts crying. So she has a moment of smugness before, like, you know, oh, I've lost the only guy I've ever loved. Sorry, Sam. And Lightning and Ken.
All those other guys.
And Christian.
Oh God, yes, dead Christian. God, look, her and her dead boyfriends. So she's getting upset now because Cameron just can't understand how important her career is, and she's really torn now about this whole situation she's found herself in with these two gross older men.
Yes, we're told how serious she is about her career. People might think that she's, people in Sweet Valley, including her teachers, don't assume she's serious about her future, but really she is serious about, as we're told later, being a glamorous celebrity. Okay. And that's a very serious goal. Mm-hmm. And we get the twin comparison, which goes on for some time. We do get a bit that I liked very much when she's talking or she's thinking about, how Jessica, she herself is, fun and free loving, whereas Liz is staid, but at least she split up from Todd, her boring old boyfriend. And she thinks Todd was still as boring as dry toast, just as for butter.
Yes, my notes here just say, yes, dry toast. Because you know what that toast needs? Fucking butter. That's why.
Yes. Thank you, Ghostwriter.
For writing this wrong. Slander against butter.
So this twin comparison goes on for a very long time. Mm-hmm. When it finally ends, we learn what Jessica's wearing today. Again, wildly inappropriate for the workplace. We'll find out about that later. And we're reminded that her internship is ending in a few days and she's determined not to leave without achieving a strong foothold in the business, even if it means giving up on love.
Oh my God. She's just going to have to make Cameron understand somehow.
Then she hears footsteps coming down the hall and she knows it's Quentin by the distinct sound of his designer boots.
Sure. Just fucking clip-clopping down the hallway.
Exactly what I thought. Dunk, dunk, dunk. So we get a description of his outfit. We're told he's in his early 20s. I think he was about 25 the last time. He is not wearing his trademark combat dungarees, which he was wearing before.
Not this time.
And she lies and says, because he asks, why did you run off and, what's happening? And he says, she says the mailroom guy was upset because I forgot to put a return address in a package. And Quentin is like, what a loser, and is a total dickhead.
Oh, totally. Yeah. So Jessica's then tempted to tell him the truth that kissing him was the biggest mistake of her life. But then she realizes she doesn't want to blow her chances. So she just kind of moves on from this whole thing. And when Quentin continues to bang on about how he could have Cameron fired, apparently, but what's the use? Another loser would just come along and take his place. Quentin's idea of his station within this magazine is really something. He seems to think he is entirely in charge of this whole operation. It's quite funny.
It does, considering especially he doesn't seem to be wildly in demand. He's some sort of contract photographer.
All he does is hang around this fucking office. He's never in demand. And he goes on about his Chanel shoots and this, that and the other and all the designer stuff that he does. And it's where, bitch? Because all you do is mope around this fucking office and bark orders at Jessica.
He doesn't have his own studio. He doesn't even have any budget for location shoots, as we will learn later on.
Boy.
Good God. So Jessica vows to ditch him as soon as she's a success, and she asks about doing another shoot, and he's like, I'll have to think about when and if I use you again, and says that this life demands it's a lifestyle. Working in fashion, it's not just a job, but it demands total commitment and cutthroat competition at every step of the way. And Jessica says she's up for the challenge and she'd be great instead of Simone in the shoot tomorrow. Simone's meant to be away in a spa for 2 weeks. That was remember that happened at the end. She was like, I'm not leaving a phone number, I'm disappearing, and you'll never be able to find me until I return. So I guess the ghostwriter of this book did not get that memo. Then she's super flirty with him, and he's obviously the one to blame because he is a grown man.
Yeah.
However, her behavior is fucking wild.
It really is, because she does not like this man at all, but she does just really overtly flirt with him and decide that she's going to take advantage of all these opportunities to cement her position to take over Simone's job basically. And she's I'll suck up to that total jerk if I have to. And she steps really closely over to him, takes his arm, and she's oh, I'm a lot easier to work with than some models and more fun too. And she's saying it all really suggestively. And again, she's a young girl, so this is all incredibly gross. But so is Quentin, and it's all horrible. I hate it all.
And he's like, oh, what's going on here? I got, a few minutes ago, got the distinct impression you weren't interested in this sort of extracurricular activity. And she's like, you caught me off guard, that's all. And again, and so he kisses her. And again, there's no suggestion to the reader that the fact that he is a grown man makes this completely disgusting. Like, it is really fucked. Like, any teenager reading this might think, oh, okay, well, this, adult man is a creep, but the other one isn't.
Yeah, they're both creeps. This is the thing. Like, it's all bad all the way down. It's just all horrible. And I hate this for Jessica.
Yeah. So then they kiss again. And then he says that if you're going to be a model, you have to work on your image. You have to be seen in the right places with the right people. And she's going to take her to the edge, which I believe was the place with the love train.
It was, yes. The what was it? The techno conga?
Yes, the rave conga. By the way, how's she going to get in? Like, they card you so strictly at American clubs. Like, how is a 16-year-old going to get in there? I mean, I don't. I should just think, actually. Yeah,
don't think about it too much. Let's not think about it too much. It's all horrible. But yeah, he needs. He says she needs to be seen out and about, and apparently the edge is the right place for a good photo op because of all the paparazzi that'll be around.
Yes.
So he's going to bring her. He's going to pick her up at 9, and it's so funny that they're just like, yeah, I'll pick you up at 9, like at home in Sweet Valley, which
2 hours away.
Yes. But they're just over and back to Sweet Valley in LA. Like, it's 20 minutes. It's very funny. Like, all the way through this book, this keeps happening.
It's like us going, oh, I'll just pick you up in Galway and then come back to Dublin.
No hassle.
Just collect you in Belfast and back again.
So handy.
So yeah, Jessica's delighted because now she's going to be a bona fide supermodel. So we cut to the casa. Liz has spent the entire day writing. What exactly? I genuinely don't know. At the end of the last book, I was like, oh, she's putting together her amazing plan. It isn't amazing.
No, it really isn't. They were really shaping this up to be some kind of huge reveal or this like amazing masterstroke she was going to come up with, and it is not. And I also don't know how this would have taken an entire day.
She's been typing all day. So she realizes that even if she gets, we get full recap, by the way, of everything that she's, like pages and pages of the whole her Leona.
Yeah, Leona's betrayal.
Yes. And eventually she realizes that even if she, got revenge on Leona, her life is basically still shit. She's lost her friends. She's lost Todd. And like her only confidant is Reggie. But she can't understand. It's like, yeah, no shit, because you've known her for like 2 minutes and she's a grown woman. And then she wonders if her friends will ever forgive her. But then there's a knock at her bedroom door.
Yeah, because she's feeling really sad about this whole situation. And it turns out that Enid and Maria have turned up at her house bearing frozen yogurt. So Liz is delighted to see them. Enid's like, we come in peace. So it is quite a cute reunion. So they she grabs some bowls from downstairs and they eat this frozen yogurt on the floor of her bedroom, and they make up, and it is really nice.
It is.
It's quite sweet, and they tell Liz that they heard that Todd has moved out of his house. Apparently he's staying with Ken Matthews at the minute. So they're just kind of filling her in on whatever she's missed over the last little while. But and obviously Liz is really angry at Todd for cheating on her with Simone. Like, how dare he? That's her job. But she's also kind of like, oh God, like clearly things aren't going too well for him either at this minute.
By the way, when Ken does show up in this book, we see him on screen, but we don't learn anything about what he's been doing for his internship. A missed opportunity.
What's he been up to?
Is he still a goth?
Oh, imagine if he was just the holdout. It was just decided to stick with it in his black jeans. Little blonde goth.
Though we do have somebody in this book who is dressed like one of the gothic gang. So yeah, maybe the style has spread.
Maybe.
So Liz tells her pals all about Leona's betrayal, and she reveals her own plan for revenge. And it's barely a plan. It's just, while Leona is gone, she and Reggie are going to present the freestyle idea to Gordon Lewis, the hunky publisher, and the rest of the board before Leona gets back.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, it's it's presented as if it's some incredible devious master stroke to expose Leona, which it doesn't. And Leona still has all the sort of background material, so she could just she could just turn up. Spoiler alert. She can't say, look at all this stuff, this was my idea. Anyway, inexplicably, her pals are dazzled by it, and Enid wishes she could be a fly on the wall when Liz meets with Gordon Lewis, and a marvellous idea pops into Liz's mind.
Yeah, so she smiles and asks them, how would you guys like to get into the fashion industry? Because this plan is so amazing. She needs even more players to complicate matters.
Yeah, some more players to abandon their own internships with nary a word, apparently.
Let's fill this office with teenagers and see if anyone notices. Because they don't.
No, they don't. And let's take some teenagers out of some other internships, see if anyone notices there. Apparently not.
Also no.
Well, we cut to Todd. He's barely awake as he rides around the streets of a fancy LA neighborhood with real estate agent Howie Kurtz. We learn he's been sleeping on a lumpy couch in Ken's bedroom. And we get a recap of his adventures in modelling and his life with Simone and the whole incident where Liz, basically told him to fuck off over an intercom in front of everybody. And then Howie takes him to a building in this very swish neighbourhood. And it's got it all, including a microwave.
Wow. All mod cons, you guys. There's a pool, a sauna, a whirlpool bath. It's over the top. It's this huge apartment. It's got a fireplace and a walkout patio out the back. And Todd is really taken with this. And he's imagining all the kind of barbecue parties he'll be able to throw and go for, a late night swim in the pool and how amazing this is all going to be. This is his new life and it's going to be class. Until he hears the price.
Yes, apparently a month's rent would be his entire savings account and he can't afford it. By the way, how are prices not mentioned until this point?
Until now. I know how bad at his job is Howie, that he's okay, teenager, let's show you the fanciest place possible and not suss out what your budget is in any way, shape or form beforehand.
When I was on my fabled J1, we did go to an estate agent to find, somewhere to rent for the summer because being Boston, there's loads of free spaces because all the students go home. And the first thing that they asked, this was literally the era that this book was published in, is what's your budget?
Yes.
And they were great. But one of them even took pity on us and was like, oh my God, you don't have any furniture whatsoever. I will give you my old futon so you have something to sleep on. We all slept on that futon like puppies, the three of us. But the Howie Kurtz doesn't even bother asking what the budget is, so he's like, oh, okay, I just assumed because you're a model at Flair, he is a child and I don't think he can legally sign a lease, Howie, so you are terrible at your job in many ways. So he's like, why the fuck did I drive you all the way out here? It's on you, Howie.
Yeah, this is really your fault, man. When he finds out that Todd can really only afford a few hundred a month, he's kind of grimaces and he's like, okay, well, we're in the wrong neighbourhood. So Todd is very disappointed by this. So he reckons his modelling money isn't going to go quite as far as he thought. And he wonders if it's too soon to ask Quentin for a raise. And again, that's not up to Quentin. No. How much power does this man think he has?
Also, has he got paid already? He literally did his first modelling gig 2 days ago.
Oh, this fashion business is very fast working, this whole world.
Well, we cut to The Edge, and as my notes say, she's dazzled by this 80s ass techno club, which is allegedly full of the hip LA crowd. I'm not buying it.
80s. It's so 80s. It's hilarious. The tables are white. The floors are shiny black. There's a shimmering disco ball, flashing red neon lights surrounding the walls. It's meant to be super hip. Full of this really cool 90s crew, and it just does not check out at all.
Not even vaguely. Flashing red neon lights.
Yeah, come on now.
Casting a dazzling glow in the ultra modern decor as they're playing scooter. Don't know why I've become obsessed with the idea that they're playing scooter there, but it just makes it funnier.
It does.
So the party atmosphere seems to crackle with electricity and Jessica feels totally alive. You'll describe her outfit later. I will just say she's wearing silk, as most people do, at raves.
What else?
So loads of girls are giving Quentin the glad eye, and he wants to move closer to the dance floor. So she struts after him, but instead of hitting the dance floor, he stops at a nearby table.
Yeah, so he stops to sit at this table and she's like, oh, what do you mean? Like, why aren't we going dancing?
Yeah.
So he's like, look around, Jessica, we're here to be seen. And this happens to be the best spot in the whole place. So where like she obviously wants to have fun and dance at this fancy nightclub that's like super cool, allegedly. Quentin's like, no, we're here to be seen. We're not here to have fun, basically. So he points out that like apparently this is the driving force of the fashion industry, this LA scene where all the celebs and models and fashion designers come together to make it happen. So Jessica does notice all these like famous people, and a supermodel called Tina Baker approaches the table. So Jessica's really like, she's excited to be there, but it's like she's not allowed to have fun while she's there.
Yes.
What she can do is sit there and wave at people and be seen with Quentin, basically.
Exactly. So yes, supermodel Tina Baker approaches the table, and she's very nice. Turns out she was at George and Grace Fowler's wedding and recognizes Jessica from it. I guess she knows that Quentin is there with a 16-year-old, and by the way, he does not hide it later on in a frankly insane fashion. So she's actually very nice to Jessica, but when she leaves, Quentin is like, I can't believe you buttered, her act. Because she does talk to Jessica like she's a child in a nice way.
She's quite nice to her, but like, yeah, again, there's no kind of like, Quentin, why are you here with a child, you big freak? So like she is nice, she's friendly, and Jessica is like really pleased with the interaction. But yeah, as soon as she's gone, like Quentin's just slagging her off, and he's like, oh, she's so fake, and you just have to get used to people kissing up to you all the time just to get to me. And Jessica's just like, oh my God, this guy is the absolute worst. And she's tempted to tell him off, but she holds back because she still needs his help to establish herself as a model. And it's like, oh, Jessica, please just get out of here. This is so horrible.
And it gets worse because Quentin sees Andre Marceau of Marceau Designs and tells Jessica to smile and wave. And this guy barely acknowledges them, but Jessica says, Andre and I go way back. And he starts banging on about a shoot in Chile on the coast. So I guess he used to do location shoots, and goes on for ages and ages about how he won like VH1 award for best fashion photographer and all this nonsense. So Jessica keeps telling herself she's happy to be there, but she is not having fun. But then she recognizes Eddie Rook, drummer of Nuclear Hearth.
Wow, yeah. Okay, apparently she loves them. She has all their CDs. I'm like, I'm sorry, Jessica, who is this band that you have never once mentioned before? But yeah, she's starstruck to see this guy from this amazing band. This guy's girlfriend comes over to him, and Quentin says that's Sophia Tolland. Apparently she's this other like really super famous fashion model. So Jessica's like, wow, this is amazing. These celebrities are so cool. And someday like I'm going to be a part of this crew. And no matter what it takes, I'm going to make it as a supermodel.
This is one of the rare occasions where they mention a real magazine. Because Mirabella was a real magazine in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
And I think they used to sometimes, it was only in America and you could sometimes get it here. I definitely had at least one issue of it. Okay. But it is quite unusual because they don't really, all the rest of the magazines, like Bella or...
Actually, because I was even surprised to see VH1 mentioned in this too. Like they tend not to mention real things or channels or bands or any of that. Like, so that was unusual. But we're going for little hints of realism here and there.
Indeed. So Jessica is dazzled, and she smiles softly like an absolute freak about just being in the same space as celebrities, because there seems to be something special about them, as if they were surrounded by a glittering magical aura, and she'll be one of them soon. So Sophia Tolland, the supermodel girlfriend, joins them. And she's like, both of these people are nice and friendly, and shows off her engagement ring. She and Eddie Rook have just got engaged, and Quentin doesn't introduce her, and eventually she sort of puts her arm around his until he's forced into it. Now, I'm just saying, Eddie and Sophia should introduce themselves at this stage. If there's somebody standing there and the other person hasn't introduced them, just say, sorry, I'm X.
Yeah, true. Yeah, like it does get to a point where it's like, it's weird now that he hasn't introduced her at this point. So she does make this whole production out of like draping herself all over him. So he has to acknowledge her. So he kind of like gives Jessica like a tight grin and says, "This is Jessica," and kind of makes it sound like an offhand remark apparently. And Jessica's not impressed about this, but she like shakes hands with this guy Eddie and Sophia, and they invite Jessica and Quentin to join them because they're having this engagement party with the guys from the band, and they've got all these bodyguards and security to keep the paparazzi away from them. So Jessica's super excited about this. She's like, "Oh my God, a party with nuclear hearth." She has to stop herself from jumping up and down because Lila's going to be so jealous. But then she sees Quentin shaking his head. And like Sophia's like, "No, come on, you have to come join us. It's going to be amazing." Apparently some shoot she did with Quentin for Chanel is what made Eddie fall in love with her. And they have this whole backstory about him carrying her picture around. But Quentin turns down the invitation and he's like, "I've got to stay here and babysit my underage date." And Jessica is absolutely mortified by this.
As well she might, because that is gross on so many levels, and he should be arrested.
100%. And it's like Eddie chuckles and Sophia shoots her this like sympathetic smile, but it's just like, oh God, this is horrible.
If somebody said that to me, like I would be taking the girl aside and being, "You should not be with this man."
Yeah, like, are you okay? What's happening here?
So they leave, and Jessica is like angry at him, for she feels humiliating her, and she she just feels embarrassed, and she's also bored out of her mind. And Quentin's like, "Well, look, we're here to be seen, and we wouldn't be seen over there if we were just, behind the velvet rope with nuclear hearth." So he's determined to just stand there like a fucking lemon with no friends at the side of the dance floor. And Jessica just cannot take this a single second longer, because he won't give up. He doesn't want to dance because they might lose their table. Yeah. And he just name drops like constantly. And Jessica gets so bored, she finds herself counting the neon light tubes. That is quite relatable. I've been in situations where you're stuck somewhere and you're so bored, you're like, "I'll just gotta count how many like ceiling tiles there are." Just
oh God. Yeah, she's so annoyed. Like, she's like, this is such a great opportunity for her to have some fun and go dancing. And these are all things she likes doing. She can't do any of them. Quentin's awful. So she's like, "Okay, I need some fresh air." And he looks up at her and he's like, "Yeah, you do seem worn out. Maybe touch up your makeup a little too." And she's just like, she is so fed up with Quentin at this point. But just never quite enough, unfortunately. So she heads off outside just to be out in the night air and feels a bit better, and just kind of stomps around a bit just because she's so pissed off with this whole situation.
It's like she walks around I guess the building's detached, because it feels like she walks like around the perimeter, and she wishes that that Cameron was the one she was out with tonight, and what an amazing, night they'd have if Cameron was the photographer and Quentin the nobody, and they'd be having a fabulous evening. They'd be dancing no matter how crowded the dance floor, and Cameron would introduce her respectfully and want everyone to know how special she was. And then she thinks, with Cameron, she might have chosen to slip out of the nightclub, but certainly not by herself, and not because she had a headache. And we're told that she had a delicious fantasy of her and Cameron sitting at the edge, eyes locked in silent communication, and finally their longing desire for each other would become overpowering, and they'd have to steal a few private moments together. So she's basically saying, "I'd shag him in the toilets or out behind the bins." Like,
basically, if only Cameron was here, I could be, as you say, having sex beside some bins. Yeah, the dream.
It's quite direct.
It is, yeah. Like, how else? Where do you think you're going to be stealing a few private moments together, Jessica, in a club? Then again, she was having the most romantic night of her life on a fucking bare mattress in
the sex van,
in Sex Vampire's house as well. Like, she.
Just thinking of the sex van. I forgot about the bare mattress in the house.
That girl loves a bare mattress.
She is not pussy.
No, so maybe beside some bins would be, the height of glamour.
Wasn't she up to God knows what with Bruce out by the bins when she was during their torrid romance? I'm feeling she was.
That does ring a bell, yeah.
Well, do you know what? I was going to say consenting adults, but they're not.
They're not.
So she's fantasizing about all this shenanigans, and then she sees a Porsche pull up outside a fancy restaurant, and a valet in an absolutely ridiculous uniform gets out and gives the car to the... I was so confused about this because we just do not have valet parking here. So the idea that like a stranger would get out of your car and give you the keys, I'd be like, is this a chauffeur? What's going on? But yeah, it's valet parking. They're giving the keys to somebody who is in a dark tuxedo. And when he takes the keys, Jessica sees his face and he looks very familiar.
Yeah. Cameron, she thought, stunned. She kind of stares at the car as it pulls away and she's like, no, it couldn't have been him. She's like, she didn't think Cameron could easily afford a meal at such a fancy restaurant, let alone a Porsche. But the guy had looked so much like him that she starts to get a bit upset then thinking about him and how much she misses him, and realises it must have been her own wishful thinking that had conjured up this vision of Cameron driving off in a Porsche. But she thinks, even if he couldn't afford to drive a fancy car, Cameron was the guy she truly loved. So she just feels really sad about how she's lost Cameron and wonders if she's lost him forever after he saw her and Quentin that morning together. But she decides she'll make it up to him as soon as she can. She's going to go down to the mailroom tomorrow, force him to listen to her explanation, which is the same explanation she's been giving the whole time, which is, I want him to help my career. So I'm just being gross. But she's going to bring Cameron a nice lunch and apparently that's going to make up for it. But then decides it's time to go back to Quentin and his dull version of partying.
So the next day, Maria and Enid just go to work with Liz.
Yep.
Like, none of this makes sense. There's no explanation for it, by the way.
No.
Like, why aren't they at their own internships? What are they saying to their bosses there? Who knows or cares?
Who knows? Yeah.
So they go to Leona's office. It's basically like the Marie Celeste. Even the screensaver program is on her computer. Maria and Enid are wearing quite the ensembles, which you will describe later. I do wonder where the sort of cool vintage, free spirit Maria has gone style-wise, because I think she has one outfit that kind of resembles this book, but barely.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a very particular look that she had going on in the last book, but that seems to have been thrown in the bin for the moment.
Yep. So Liz summons in Reggie, who we learn is smitten with Gordon, the publisher, despite having never spoken a word to him. And it's like, she's in love with him. It's like, I'm sorry. Even when I was a teenager, I didn't think you were in love with people you've never spoken to. You fancy them. You had crushes on them.
Sure.
I have literally written a book about somebody who has a massive crush on somebody they just see busking in the street. Even she is not deluded enough to think she's in love with him. But yeah, Reggie is. Maria takes charge because we learned she is going to be the director of this incoherent scheme because of her, quote, vast acting experience.
Yeah, this is all really unnecessary. Like, basically, Liz makes a phone call. And it takes like 10 pages. So they get Enid to pretend to be a secretary to make the call and say, Ms. Wakefield looking for Gordon Lewis. And then Liz talks to Gordon Lewis and like that's basically it. They just have to set up this meeting. But for some reason they need all these people involved. And Maria like directing and saying, no, do it like this and do it like this. And, just talk slowly so you don't start waffling and all this kind of thing. But like, yeah. And she's like directing Enid not to be too enthusiastic, sound a bit bored because you're a secretary. It's this whole production to literally make a phone call.
Yeah. And Liz says that because obviously he's like, who are you? I've never heard of you. And she says she was hired last month by Mr. Jowerininurscally. You might think, is that a name that I just am unfamiliar with? No, Liz just made it up so we wouldn't remember it. And he is he's both engaged enough as a publisher to have to accept, which I just do not buy, if you're the entire publisher of the publication, he has to have like a regular slot in the magazine pitched to him like it's a government policy. But also he's like, whatever, they hired somebody else. It's like, come on, how does this place work?
Very inconsistent.
Why do I expect anything else? So, he just accepts that Liz was hired when he was on holiday, and she said she wants to discuss an idea. Maria sort of calls her to heel when she starts rambling a bit, and he's like, okay, well, I'm free tomorrow at 11, so I'll call in to you then. And she's somehow stunned by this. Yeah. He also says he'll see her, and she's like, in Leona's office. They have forgotten that she inexplicably had her own office.
Oh my God, yeah.
So
she did.
So, and like, how has nobody else who works there not noticed that what's going on? That Leona is not turning up for work and that Liz is like hanging around her office instead of her own.
Yeah, very true. Also, because the whole thing was that Liz was meant to be covering for her, but there was an entire day where she just didn't come in because she was typing all day long, something that I guess is the presentation. But like, yeah, the whole thing is absolutely, it's so convoluted and also makes absolutely no sense.
Nothing.
And like,
makes sense.
Not a thing about it makes any kind of sense. But yeah, so basically the plan now is that he's going to drop in the following day to the offices, and she says that she's in Leona's old office, so he'll know where to go, and he's going to call in around 11 o'clock. So she hangs up and they're all really excited that this amazing plan has gone so well. But like, yeah, they were kind of caught off guard because I suppose they thought they were going to come to him to do this presentation, but now he's coming there, so maybe there's a few other things they're going to have to take care of, or now, yeah, I don't know. They're going to have to get Enid involved as an actual secretary.
Oh my God.
It's so silly.
There's no need for any of this.
None.
So they now have to prepare for Act 2 of the plan, the meeting. And Liz literally shrieks because she's like, oh no, I have to make this office look like hers. And okay, or like her own. It's like, but you have your own office. You even have a picture of like Todd framed.
Oh my God. That's so true. The framed picture of Todd. Where is it?
Who the hell knows? And so Liz is literally getting hysterical, shrieking and wailing. And she realizes the presentation is ready to go, but it needs a bit of polishing. The materials are in Reggie's office. And then the others are going to come back there later after their own internships. What is happening? I just don't understand any of this scheme. And it gets even more ridiculous because she opens a glossy envelope addressed to Leona, which she reminds us is actually her duty because she was meant to be opening in her mail. And it's an invitation to a fancy party at a Bel Air hotel. And they're like, hooray, this is perfect. Why?
I don't know. Well, I'll tell you why. Because we're speedrunning Working Girl, as lots of our listeners pointed out at the end of the last episode. And this is what happens in Working Girl. So by God, it's what is happening to Liz right now.
So yeah, she decides that they're all going to this fancy soiree, and then Liz clicks her fingers and says, Ms. Wallens, get Reggie Andrews on the phone and set up a lunch meeting next door, then bring me a cup of herbal tea. And Maria's like, well, Liz, you're more than good, you're dangerous. No, she isn't. This plan is stupid and gets stupider.
It really does.
So the next day, Jessica vows to make Christian listen to her with the most Sweet Valley weapon of all, gourmet picnic.
I mean, it's vital to anyone's arsenal when you're trying to win somebody over. Get it from the gourmet picnic shop, or don't even bother. So she's laden down. She's got this brown paper bag with fresh bread, assorted cheeses, strawberries, chilled sparkling cider, and chocolate cookies that she has baked herself. So she thinks he'll never be able to resist such a romantic lunch. So she's dressed for the part and everything in her sexy little outfit and goes down to try and find Cameron. He usually has his lunch out on this bench that they have named Shea Bench because they're so hilarious. But she can't find him anywhere. So she goes into the mail room to see like where he is. But there's no sign of him anywhere. She gets chatting to some other guy that's working there. And he's like, oh, yeah, I think that guy is gone. I took his place. So he's like, yeah, he quit. Is there anything I can help you with? And she just tosses her bag of food at this guy and runs away like an absolute maniac.
I would not waste that picnic. But
No.
like, I guess good for you, new mailroom guy.
Yeah, there you go. Free lunch.
Well, that afternoon, Liz goes to Leona's condo with Enid and Maria, whose internships have been just left hanging in the wind, I
Sure.
suppose.
Guess they just bailed early.
And we learn that she has left those poor cats starving to death for 2 fucking days.
Yeah, this is pretty bad. Those poor, I'm amazed those cats didn't just attack her on sight.
Oh
Like,
my
it's
God.
insane. Actually, one of them bites Enid when she goes to pet them. And Liz is like, oh yeah, they must be so hungry. It's like, what the fuck, Liz? Like, yeah, Leona's a maniac, but like, don't take it out on her cats for fuck's sake.
Yeah, because she's like, oh, I know it was terrible of me not to come sooner. She opens a can of cat food. Yes, it fucking was.
Yeah.
And then impish idea pops into her head. She's like, I think you guys deserve better. What they deserve is somebody who will feed them. But yeah, she just gets Leona's fancy tableware and crockery and feeds the cats in a fancy bowl. I don't think they give a fuck. She's like, ooh, I think they should dine in style. Bon appetit. And thinks this is a hilarious jest. Meanwhile, the others are chilling out on Leona's couch, and she plays them the recording, which we hear all over again, and they're righteously enraged. And Maria says they need to go over their plan for the big meeting tomorrow. And it goes on for so long, and it's so tedious and, like, obvious. And I guess we could just skip it. It's like Maria suggests some stupid jargon.
Basically, yeah, that's it.
And this is not as entertaining as the ghostwriter clearly thinks it is. And then Liz looks at the cats and giggles because they seem to be thoroughly enjoying their elegant dining experience. They were enjoying not starving to death, Liz. That's what they were enjoying.
Oh my God. They're just enjoying being fed for the first time in 2 fucking days. Jesus. Poor cats.
Well, Enid wonders if, like, it's okay to get Reggie involved. Like, maybe she's as ruthless as Leona. But Liz insists that she's lovely and she's really sweet. And Maria's like, well, I don't think anybody could be working at the Mode Empire. Look what working there did to you in just a few days. And Liz flinches and is like, I suppose I deserved that. And Maria's like, I was just teasing, but you kind of weren't. And you know what? Fair.
Yeah. And honestly, like, she had that coming.
So Liz tells them that, like, they don't need to worry about Reggie. She just wants a family. So, of course, she doesn't give a fuck about her career because
it has to be one or the other.
Yep. Listen, kids, that's your choice. So she decides that Reggie needs a makeover to impress Gordon and she knows how to do it.
Oh, God. Yeah. She's like, we have to find her something absolutely stunning to wear. And Enid's like, yeah, okay, but, you know, we don't have time to get back to Sweet Valley and get change and go for an emergency shopping trip to find something for Reggie. But Liz is like, don't worry about it. I'll give her a call now and tell her to come over because they're just going to borrow all of Leona's clothes.
Yep. And they're like, the others are like, are you sure about this? And she says, oh, when Leona comes back a few wrinkled and her designer duds will be the least of her problems. So she finds a Lena Lapin number and Enid says she feels like a fairy godmother. Well, we cut to our long-lost fave. It's Ken!
Yay, Ken. Oh, just absolutely not a crumb of information about what he's been up to, which is so disappointing. But he is accompanying Todd, who's pulled up in front of an old Victorian house in an older neighbourhood near Hollywood. So Todd he gets out of the car and he's kind of surprised at how shabby the house looks. I think he went to see it at nighttime and didn't realise just how
what a kip it was.
What a fucking terrible kip it is, basically, yeah. So Ken is like, wow, it's really big. And then Todd explains that it's divided into apartments. So he's got some really gross little bedsit basically in this old house. And the place, it smells like wet dogs and old cabbage, apparently. There's like a hole in one of the door panels. The porch is sagging and sounds like it's about to fall apart. It sounds like Jonathan's house, basically.
That's what my notes say. It's basically Jonathan Cain's manky house.
Basically, yeah, like it's a bad time. But yeah, so Ken is like, oh, so you know, what's it like going out with like this big time model? And Todd is like, yeah, Simone's awesome. You know, we went to the Edge, this techno club downtown. It was so amazing. And they got to skip the queue and go straight in because the bouncers just waved them in. And Ken's like, wow, that must be amazing. And Todd is like, yeah, but he kind of realizes he's kind of forcing himself to sound more enthusiastic than he actually is about the whole thing. So when Ken is like, you know, what's it like inside those places? And Todd's like, yeah, it's like the best party you've ever been to, times 1,000. But like as he's kind of, you know, going on about how amazing this new life of his is with all these beautiful girls everywhere, he doesn't add how much he missed Elizabeth and how empty his life felt without her. So he's not really as happy as he's letting on. And then of course when he gets into the apartment, like the place is absolutely rotten. Like it's completely
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like at one stage, Ken is like, what was that? Like I felt something moving and sees like a ginormous centipede dashing up the wall, and Todd is horrified, but he jokes like, oh, I get to even trap my own dinner, but Ken's like, well, don't bother, they've left dinner for you. And basically there's like gone off milk and pizza in the fridge. The kitchen is horrendous. There's literally just a patio table and chairs, and the kitchen appliances are older than Todd. I mean, the one thing that I did find shocking in America, because here, like, if you rented somewhere, it was always furnished.
Yeah.
But over there, it really wasn't. And like, we did have to go to like a Salvation Army shop and buy like a plate each and a knife and fork each.
Oh.
Yeah, there was literally nothing. I think that like that's why the estate agent was like, here's a table. And
God, they really took pity on
here's
you.
Here's a futon. Yeah.
Oh, God.
So, I mean, at least Todd has patio chairs.
God, I guess that's something. So, yeah.
But it's all gross. But he does have a little moment where he's like, but it's all mine.
Oh, yeah. So he does kind of think, I'm going out on my own and I'm going to make this work. He figures he's going to take care of how gross this house is with some detergent and steel wool, and he'll make it work. So then Ken crazily is like, so Todd,
the fuck?
Now that you're busy with Simone, would you mind if I asked Elizabeth out?
What is he thinking?
Ken, what are you doing?
This is absolutely insane.
And the thing is, he is joking, but Todd has this surge of absolute rage inside him. And he's like, if you go anywhere near Elizabeth, I'll break your nose. And like Ken raises his hands and laughs. And he's like, I was kidding. One Wakefield twin was enough for me. And it's like, Ken, what are you doing?
This is genuinely like baffling that he would make this joke, because lest you forget, Todd has not forgotten, and we do remember this.
Yeah.
He did have an affair with Liz when Todd was in Vermont. We do not get a recap of the fact that Liz went back for more relatively recently, and Todd and her briefly broke up over it, and it was extremely awkward, and Ken had to turn her down. So the idea that Ken would say this is bananas.
Yeah. I don't know what he was thinking, but it is very funny because, of course, Todd is immediately thrown into an absolute rage and has to kind of calm himself down because he knows, obviously Ken and Jessica dated until she cheated on him with a guy from a rival school.
Who died. Don't mention that because that's bringing the mood down a bit.
But yeah, so he knows that Ken wasn't completely over the ordeal, and Ken is like, no, really, I was kidding. And Todd's like, yeah, you better be. But like, it's such an insane joke to me. I truly don't know where this came from. But in the meantime, I guess it's just a prompt for Todd to still think about Elizabeth more and be like, even though Ken's only kidding, Todd knew it wouldn't be long before some other guy is going to ask Liz out because she's so amazing. And he starts kind of kicking himself for losing her in the first place and thinking it's all his own fault. And his thoughts are interrupted because there's angry shouting erupting in the apartment next to Todd's, because of course the neighbours are also terrible and super noisy and like rowing with each other, and like the walls are shaking basically in his place, and it's not great.
It is awful. And Ken is like, look, you can't stay here. This place is terrible. You come back and stay with me. And Todd is tempted to go back with him. And then he thinks of his parents and how, thinking that, he was just having a childish tantrum, which he was. And he's like, no, I'm staying here. My parents don't have any ability of any confidence in my ability to make it on my own, but I believe in myself. You were 16. I don't think any of this is legal. But so anyway, he's gonna make it beautiful. And he says, Ken, thanks, but no thanks. And he's deadly serious about his new independent lifestyle.
Yeah, he's going to see this thing through, even if it kills him, which it sounds like it might, because this place is an absolute death trap.
Terrifying.
So he's just like, no, I'm sticking this thing out. I'm going to prove my point and live on my own.
Well, we cut to the party in the Bel Air Hotel. There was no reason for Liz to be here. And in fact, she has to lurk at the buffet table and hide from Gordon, adding to the stress of the whole thing. So it is absolutely baffling why her and Enid are there at all.
Pointless. Like really, they sort of sent Reggie in because she kind of goes in with a bit of a mission to chat to Gordon and kind of talk up Liz, basically, is the gist of what this whole thing is for. So like, as you say, like Liz goes there in this like borrowed outfit looking amazing and then has to hide the whole time.
Yeah.
What are we doing here, lads?
It's ridiculous. Also, we learned amazingly that Maria used, because they're worried about standing out, as well they might, because I'm sure they do look 16.
Yes.
That Maria used stage makeup skills to make them look older. Just drawing in some lines.
Oh, fucking hell. That's so funny. I could just picture them dressed up like panto dames or something.
Yes.
Blue eyeshadow up to the eyebrows.
Well, we learned that apparently the reason that they're at this soiree is to set the stage for the meeting, and then also to introduce Reggie to Gordon, who, bear in mind, is essentially her boss. So all of this is wildly inappropriate. So yeah, Maria tells Liz and Enid to like hide by the buffet table so Gordon can't see them. And as they head over there, we're told that Liz isn't used to wearing heels. I call bullshit on this. Liz literally walked out a catwalk when she like heels and a swimsuit when she took over for Jessica in the pageant. So Liz has worn heels many a time.
Has. And there's a whole thing about how she's like taking small steps so she won't lose her balance and hoping she won't fall on her face. And like, yeah, shut up, Liz. Like, you've definitely worn heels, like much more so than any other 16-year-old ever had cause to.
Much more than I have in my life, I think.
100%. Yeah, completely. I also don't buy this at all. But yeah, so they're just kind of like, herself and Enid are kind of working away at the buffet. And this woman comes up to Liz and she's like, oh, excuse me, didn't we meet in Milan last spring? And Liz kind of is like, what? Oh, I don't think so. And this woman apparently is convinced that Liz is with Vogue. Like, this whole thing is so dumb because there's no way that Liz does not look like a 16-year-old girl in someone else's dress, like this thing. But this woman is insistent.
100%. And also Liz, because apparently she's never been out of the house before. This also does not, fit in with anything we know about her life so far. Has essentially stuffed her gob with like 10 million canapes, including a small serving of spinach salad. If you've got sort of a canapé stuff at a buffet, they're not giving you spinach salad.
No.
Like or any salad. So yeah, then when this woman addresses her, she loses all sense of decorum and what normal behaviour is and just talks with her mouth full, only realises when she realises what she's doing, when she notices that she has crumbs like cascading down her chin.
She's just this feral child, just and slamming into stuff at the buffet and talking with her mouth full and spitting crumbs everywhere. It's like, Liz, who are you? Like, what is going on? He kind of steps in and she's like, oh, Liz didn't go to Milan this year, but she is, a very important fashion editor, just not at Vogue. And this woman apparently just kind of gives them a weird look and walks off. So they're both kind of like, oh God, like, is this plan going to work?
Oh my God. Well, it shouldn't, because they're all fools.
There is no reason for any of this to work. But Reggie and Maria kind of come scampering back to them and they've located Gordon at the bar. So they're going to go over. But Maria quite rightly chastises Liz and she's like, Liz, don't tell me you're eating that salad. Like, you are going to get spinach in your teeth. What are you doing?
And Liz vows never to eat in public again. Very healthy message to give to girls.
100%.
So they peep in towards the bar where Gordon is standing, and Enid is struck by his radiant beauty, and Reggie's like, yes, I think so, and she's a bit nervous, like, what if I go up to him and he brushes me off? Like, I'm sorry, Reggie, he owns your company. None of this is a good idea.
No, this is bad.
Also, why are you letting these 16-year-olds like encourage you in this?
Like the fact that she's a grown woman and she's like letting these 16-year-olds also kind of set up this whole thing and like dress her up in someone else's clothes and give her a makeover. It's like, Reggie, please have a bit of self-respect and just walk out of this whole situation.
Oh, she's too far gone now.
She is.
So yes, we learn that she glides over with her shoulders back and held high. She glides over to the bar, and Liz holds her breath. And she just sounds ridiculous. Like, we're told they describe her gliding twice, with her arms gracefully at her sides and her chin raised just enough to project self-confidence.
It sounds like the girl robot or the alien from what's that Tim Burton?
Mars Attacks!
Mars Attacks, yes.
Oh my God, yes!
It's that, isn't it? She's gliding. She's got her graceful arms on the go.
Big beehive. Oh my God, that's exactly it. So Maria's like, oh, there's a spare seat, don't sit down, stay standing. But she does stay standing, and Maria's like, yes. And Enid wishes they could read their lips, but Maria's like, read their faces, and says Gordon's blue eyes are flashing with enough electricity to light up 3 city blocks.
What the fuck? What a normal thing to say.
I mean, it's a normal thing for one of these ghostwriters to say, but not for one of the actual characters.
As dialogue, it's insane.
It is demented. And then Enid speaks for all of us when she says, handy guy to bring along on camping trips, and laughs. And then a really beautiful blonde woman who's glittering with diamonds turns up, and Maria's like, oh, there's another one to invite in your next camping trip. And she exchanges a warm hug with Gordon Lewis. And Maria gasps, and Enid and Elizabeth utter strangled sounds of horror.
Like, they're meant to be kind of keeping it low key, and they're over there like gasping and gagging and making this whole scene. It's like, yes, would you please keep it together? Like,
also, him being hugged by a woman does not mean anything. If they'd like gone in for a full-on kiss, yes. A hug, no.
No, but they're just like, oh my God, poor Reggie. This was meant to be her big chance. And Enid's like, should we go in there and rescue her? Maria's like, she's not being held prisoner. But like, this whole thing is so insane. But Liz looks around at one point and then does a double take. Because she sees the brown-haired guy in a tuxedo. And she's like, oh my God, is that Cameron? And Maria's like, what? Who's Cameron? And Liz's like, oh no, never mind. I must have, caught a glimpse of someone who looked like somebody else. This guy Jessica was seeing, but it couldn't have been him because he works in the mailroom. So they kind of move on from that very quickly. So it's like, surely both twins can't be hallucinating Cameron in a tuxedo.
No, in fancy locales.
Very strange. But so apparently Reggie has given a signal that they've worked out previously for Maria to kind of intercept their conversation. So Maria has this oh
my God,
this mobile phone that they also stole from Leona and pretends to be on the phone and walks over to where Gordon and Reggie are having this chat at the bar. So this whole thing is so silly. But yeah, she comes over on this fake phone conversation and she's like, oh, Reggie Andrews, you're just the person I wanted to see. I have Elizabeth Wakefield on the phone here. She's been trying to reach you all evening. So Reggie excuses herself from the chat she was having with Gordon, takes the pretend call and has this weird one-sided conversation allegedly with Liz all about how some guy is giving them an exclusive. And it's just this to make everything sound like, oh, she's this really important person, basically, this Elizabeth Wakefield, this mysterious woman that's been hired at Mode apparently.
It is completely insane. And also it falls apart really easily, apart from the fact that Liz is in the fucking room, but also they're basically saying they've got this exclusive thing that they don't have, and that is very easily provable lie. So whatever, all of this is a bad idea, but it somehow works. And then Reggie introduces Maria to Gordon and this pal, painter Geneva Clark, and Maria's confused because Reggie does not seem at all bothered by the fact this beautiful woman is so pally with Gordon. And when Regina sings Liz's praises, Gordon says that he has a meeting with her tomorrow, and Geneva knows the name Wakefield.
Oh my God, yeah. She's like, I know an Alice Wakefield. I wonder if they're related. And I just love the absolute delusion that Alice Wakefield is some kind of hotshot interior designer in huge demand from these international sculptors and designers.
Jet setters.
Oh my God, because apparently Geneva had Alice decorate her loft last year and she's having her redo the beach house at the moment. And Gordon's like, oh yeah, that kind of vaguely rings a bell. But Maria's like, oh, maybe they're distantly related, because they're kind of panicking now that
yes,
Geneva knows too much. But I'm sorry, Alice and her Spanish tiles. It's just no. Come on now.
To be international jet-setting sculptor Geneva's loft apartment,
ridiculous.
But Gordon says, yes, Liz says she has an idea for Flair. Do you know anything about it? And Reggie's like, no, I don't. You're going to be doing a presentation with her in 48 hours. Reggie, why are you pretending you don't know anything about it? But anyway, she's like, I'll give you a tip, Gordon. Bear in mind, she is meant to be a junior editor and he is the publisher of the whole company. Anyway, it's if Elizabeth offers you an idea, you should grab it. Other magazines have been clamouring to recruit her away from Flair since the day she arrived. And Gordon cups his chin with his hand and is like, interesting.
Oh my God. Yeah. So basically the whole convoluted point of this stupid party thing is to just talk up Liz. They could have done this without all these amateur fucking theatrics and fake phone calls and stuff as well. But that's the way we're doing it.
Yeah.
So he's suitably impressed with this new hotshot Liz Wakefield. And yeah, she... Yeah,
he's very inappropriate with Reggie. Again, bear in mind, he's her boss.
this is the thing, because it's like, oh, thanks for your advice, Reggie. You know, meeting you may be one of the best things that ever happened to me for several reasons, he added in a low, sexy voice. And like, the power imbalance makes this so fucking inappropriate.
Oh my God.
It's just gross. And he's doing this in front of like this girl, Geneva, and Maria, who's there beside Reggie. And it's like, oh my God, this just sounds really uncomfortable for everybody. Like, just awful.
Yeah.
But Geneva decides to head off to the buffet because she's starving. And Maria's like, yeah, okay, me too. But Geneva makes some comment then about how there won't be anything good to eat in Gordon's apartment. And Maria's like, oh my God, his apartment? She's just convinced that like, Geneva and Gordon are together, and she's so devastated for Reggie. But Reggie seems very unbothered by all of these little hints and things.
And when Gordon and Geneva leave, Reggie laughs and reveals they're twins. Ha 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 ha. But Geneva hates being just reduced to Hotshot Gordon's sister.
Yeah.
And Reggie has a good feeling about their romance.
I don't like it. I don't like this for you, Reggie.
No, all of you are just, seriously, that whole company is a HR nightmare.
It really is.
So we cut to Todd. He's feeling awful. He's at a fashion show. He's got quite an ensemble to wear, but he's exhausted because he had no sleep in his noisy new gaff with the domestic violence happening next door, basically, which is sort of portrayed as a joke. And he just wants to have a nap, but he's hanging around because Simone has not turned up. She's an hour late. She turns up in quite an outfit herself, and seeing her just makes Todd miss Liz. And he tries to kiss Simone, but she won't even kiss him. And until Jessica and Quentin come in, all giggly.
Yeah, they come in they're clearly laughing at some kind of inside joke. And when Simone sees this, Todd realizes that like there's a look in her eye that she then grabs him and like gives him this big extravagant kiss, and he knows that it's only because Quentin and Jessica have come in together looking very pally and close together. So he kind of realizes, oh shit, maybe there's not really anything between me and Simone, or she's just using me. But yeah, he's kind of like, and tries to push aside his doubts and doesn't want to believe that her affection is just an act. So he tells her that he's moved into his own place and they'll be able to see each other whenever they want. And she like throws her arms around his neck and she's like, oh, that's great, Todd. And he's kind of reassured by this, even though she's clearly just playing up now because Quentin and Jessica have walked in.
Yeah.
But he invites her.
He knows that.
He does, but he's kind of just ignoring his own doubts, basically, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
Because he then invites her for dinner. And she's like, oh, I'd love to come. But Jessica's like, oh yeah, me and Quentin would come too, but we're already, we've got some other plans. And yeah, they're really just kind of like trading jibes, basically, Jessica and Simone as usual. But yeah, Simone is just like all over Todd, but it's so pointed. It's very clearly just for Quentin's benefit.
Exactly. I do miss the original ghostwriter of this trilogy, who would have given them some good lines, but like we're starved of good banter in this book, I have to say.
True, just like Leona's cats.
Oh. R.I.P.
Oh God.
Liz is not going to. Oh well, I guess. Spoiler alert: Leona will be back in town, but no sign of Liz feeding them since. By the way, like 2 days later. So we cut to Leona's office where Liz is waiting for Gordon. There's a lot of waistcoats being worn. That's all I'll say. Yep. She's scared he'll guess her age, as well she might be. And Enid, who has clearly abandoned her own prestigious internship at a literary agency, buzzes Gordon in. Yeah. And he does remark that she looks very young for the job. And she's like, they call me the child prodigy.
Yeah. Oh God.
And Enid brings in a very fancy tray of coffee, and Gordon is surprised that Leona hasn't told him about her idea, like Liz's idea, because that's usually what they do. But Liz is like, oh, she's very busy. Like, has nobody noticed? She hasn't been in the office for like 5 days.
I know, like at this point, there's no need to cover for her. But yeah, she's just like, oh, she had some other matters to attend to and insisted that I handle this project on my own. So apparently Gordon is satisfied with this answer, because Gordon is clearly just a massive chancer. Like, I don't know.
Oh my God. Yeah, no wonder he moved his magazine after only 2 years to the other side of the country, far away from the nation's fashion capital. He's just running on fumes. Maybe he's just like coked up to the eyeballs.
That would actually explain a lot. In fact, that would explain everything that happens in this book.
Just don't see the actual buckets of gack in the off camera.
Just we can't mention it because, we would not after Regina, we just
Oh,
have to
yeah.
dance around these things.
Just say no, kids.
Yeah.
Reggie comes in to do the presentation. It's all very Don Draper. There's a lot of like big boards with blown up versions of sample readers column that Liz wrote. Maybe that's what she was doing all day.
Oh, maybe.
And when Gordon shakes Reggie's hand, Liz noticed he held it a second longer than professional courtesy would require. Not cool, Gordon. Not cool. She gives the presentation. We've heard it already.
Yeah.
It's the same.
It is, yeah. Gordon is very stone-faced all the way through it, so she can't tell if he's into it or not. So there's kind of a moment of silence when she finishes and she's just like, oh my God, he hates the idea. But then he says, I love it.
Of course.
And Liz is super excited about this and he's sure it's going to be a hit. So there's a board meeting scheduled that afternoon at 4:00 and he wants them both to be there. And again, as you say, like Reggie had just said the night before that she doesn't have anything to do with this project and now she's here, but there's no kind of follow up of like, oh, I thought you weren't involved in this and now you're here for some reason.
Now you're literally giving the presentation.
Like, yeah, truly no like joined up thinking at all in this book whatsoever by anybody. But Liz is just delighted that she's going to get this chance to present her idea to the board. And then he wants to have a word with Reggie privately after this meeting.
Oh my God.
Because he's the most inappropriate man in the world.
Yep. And while Liz is sort of reveling in their triumph, and in fairness, they did do quite a good presentation. And like, it's not a bad idea.
No, it's not. This is the thing. We do love slagging off Liz and her writing, but to be fair, this is a good idea. And
she presents it well. Like the rationale behind it is really good. It's all about like making the reader part of the magazine.
It's all very well thought out, and the overheads are low and all. Like she has put a lot of thought into it. In fairness to her. Yeah.
And Reggie goes out with Gordon and then waltzes back in and says he asked me for dinner on Saturday night. And Liz is delighted instead of going, I don't know, is this okay? He owns the company.
I know, this is the thing. It's like workplace relationships obviously are one thing, but like this kind of thing where he's so far up as the publisher and like overall boss, and it's too big of a gap between them. It's weird.
Like he's asking around when they don't know each other. So it's not like they've got to know each other and he's the boss and she's an underling, and then he asks her out. He's like, a dinner tonight.
There's no previous relationship or like knowing each other at all up to now. Like, it's very... it's weird.
It's not right. No. So we cut to the studio where Jessica is setting up a gross fucking sandbox. And I just kept thinking, did your primary school have those like sand trays?
Oh, no.
They were like wooden things of sand, and like kids could, for little kids, and you could put stuff or like, build stuff in them. And there was always this like industrial sand that felt kind of weird.
Okay. Yeah, no, I do remember, like, I think my cousins at some point might have had like a big plastic turtle that you like fill up with sand.
I remember that turtle, yes.
Yeah, that guy. I remember him.
Yeah. Well, that's the level of glamour and sophistication you'd get at a Quentin Berg shoot. Because for a beach shoot, instead of going to the fucking beach and they're on the coast.
They're literally in LA, like... I know everywhere takes 4 hours to get to in LA, but still, I feel like they could have figured out some way to shoot on location. But no, we are once again setting up a fake scene with all this fucking sand in the studio that no doubt is full of cat piss after the last shoot.
Oh, God, and poo. That sand was a litter box.
This is the thing. There is no way that studio doesn't absolutely stink to high heavens.
Gosh, that awful cat smell.
Yuck.
Like, seriously, it is gross. Also, unless this shoot is like high camp Tim Walker style, like it's going to look like the cheapest, jankiest thing imaginable. But anyway, Simone is being a bitch and demanding mineral water, and Jessica vows to treat the underlings better when she's a supermodel.
Yeah.
And Simone is just sulking, and poor Shelley is trying to do her job doing makeup, but she has to deal with Simone and Jessica sniping at each other. And Simone's like, Jessica bought me the wrong brand of water. And poor Shelley's just trying to do her job. And then Quentin comes in and praises Jessica's sandbox arranging. Where is the stylist? There is
truly. They're like, oh, this place is such a fucking mess. It's just so confusing. The hierarchy, there is none. Like, it's a free-for-all in this place.
Yeah. So Jessica enjoys Simone's obvious envy of Quentin praising her. And she loves, even though she's not in love with him, she loves the effect their relationship had on Simone. And Simone adds another jibe and says, like, you know, I'm on a tight deadline myself. I've got to get ready for my dinner with Todd. So you've got till 4:00 to finish the job. And this is one of these moments where if Quentin wasn't a pervert, I'd be like, yes, thank you. Because he's like, what did you say? And it's like, right, if you're in such a hurry, why don't you get out of here right now? And Simone realizes that he's calling her bluff. And she's like, oh, I signed on to do the shoot. I'll do it. And he's like, no, you don't understand. So let me make it clear. We won't be needing you after all. You know, you're free to go. Jessica can do the shoot. And she says, I won't forget this ever. And he smoothly replies, see that you don't. And that's it for Simone.
Yeah, she's out of there. She shoots Jessica this look of pure loathing and does her perfect catwalk turn and storms out of the studio. I guess hips first, we haven't told, but that seems to be the suggestion. So Jessica is, of course, delighted with how this is after working out. So she's sent a wardrobe. She is absolutely buzzing. So she's going to be the model for this like swimsuit layout at 16.
Well, she gets changed. You know, she looks amazing and she looks in the mirror, very relatable. And at least this time they've got a wind machine, or rather a fan, but it's not a hairdryer, which is what they were using the last time.
Oh, God, that poor girl. Yeah, so there is an actual technician on hand who is operating the fan, and Quentin is just kind of like barking orders at everybody and plays some music. But yeah, it goes well.
It does go well. And this is the thing. The last time they were really keen to emphasize this is a hard job and it wasn't fun. It was kind of difficult. But this time Jessica's posing and preening for the camera to the driving beat of techno. And Quentin is like, he's actually kind of, I mean, it'd be not pleasant in a pervy way, if you know what I mean. He's not being negative. He's like, flash me that gorgeous, sexy smile and those eyes. I'm drowning in those ocean blue eyes. And we're told at one point his compliments were so outrageous. Jessica tipped her head back and burst out laughing. And he's like, beautiful, laugh for me again, baby. He's getting very Austin Powers.
Very.
And she's giving him saucy looks over her shoulder. Her movements in sync with the music. And he's like whistling. She is fucking loving this. And she thinks modelling is more than fun. It makes her feel joyously alive, filled with pure energy. And she can't believe they've been shooting for 2 solid hours. This is totally the opposite of what happened the last time.
Completely. And they seem to be like making this really valid point that it was going to be harder than Jessica thought. And, you know, there was going to be more work involved. And it means like holding these really uncomfortable positions that might feel crazy but photograph really well. And like it was a really good point that they were making and kind of a reality check for Jessica. But now it's like, no, she has an amazing time and she's brilliant at it and it's all fine.
She's just
like
prancing around.
Yeah, it's like, no, go back to that where like she's getting doused with water and has to keep her eyes open and finds the whole thing quite difficult. But no, it's like she's fantastic at this and she's literally just like, flouncing around the place and laughing her head off and having an amazing time. And Quentin is basically being Austin Powers.
Basically. And then when they finish, he's like, good work, I'm proud of you. Which is, you know, kind of pleasant, I suppose.
This is the thing, and as is the way with all the men in this particular trilogy, it's like, oh, this would be nice if he wasn't a fucking sex pest.
Yes, all of these things.
Oh, except for everything we know about him up to this point, this would be nice.
So she takes a drink and she realizes this is one of the bottles that she brought up for Simone, and now she's drinking it. It's like, ha, 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 ha. So she feels that, you know, watch out, Simone, I'm moving into your top spot.
Mm-hmm.
And she's delighted with herself.
Yeah.
So we cut to the meeting. Liz is all nervous while Gordon projects power, we're told. And he has an air of supreme authority. And he says, look, we can't wait any longer for Leona. And somehow it's only now that Liz realises, oh, they're expecting Leona to turn up. It's like, yeah, because she hasn't told anybody she's not coming in to work.
Nobody knows that she's laid up with a broken leg in Lake Tahoe, because when she's kind of gulps and she goes, Leona, Gordon looks at Liz and he's like, you did inform her of this meeting, because again, as far as he knows, she's still around. But Liz is like, yeah, but she had an emergency to take care of this afternoon, and you know, she said she'd try and get back in time, but if not, we should go ahead without her. So now she's getting nervous and wondering like, oh God, what if he's just going to like throw me out of this meeting room? But apparently he just accepts the explanation, as he seems to accept everything Liz says for some strange reason.
Yep.
But so she's kind of feeling a bit lightheaded as her and Reggie step up to the podium to start their presentation. And she's really nervous, like, and kind of her mind goes blank for a second, which is quite relatable too, that she's just standing there and it's like this one long horrifying moment where she just cannot think of a single thing to say. But Reggie kind of like gives her a little pinch on the arm and it kind of jolts her out of it. So she just kind of starts up again and it's all fine. So she goes through her presentation and all the kind of promo copy that she's written and the sample columns and everything. And yeah, she's like back on form again and turning the presentation over to Reggie at this point. And yeah, they're kind of doing their little back and forth and it all goes really well. And so one of the women on the board, when they're finished, is like, this is a marvelous project and suggests targeting different age ranges of readers. And they're having this kind of really productive conversation afterwards about what a great idea it is.
Yes, it actually is a good presentation.
It is.
Like, and everybody, and the rest of the board asked quite sensible questions, like about, what the age group would be. And like, it actually makes sense. And Liz can't believe how well it's going. And the whole board vote for it. I mean, again, it's like when they say editorial board, it sounds like it's like the managerial. There's not really any sense of the structure of this magazine. But anyway, however illogical it might be, it's all going well. But then the door flies open, and who should be standing in the doorway, braced with crutches, her brown eyes are flashing with rage? Another one for Enid's camping trip.
Oh my God. Well, of course, it's Leona. She has burst in, waving her crutches around in a fury.
She's dressed for battle, we're told. And she sure is.
Oh boy.
And Reggie literally groans. And Gordon's like, oh, you're here. Well, we're just about to vote on the proposal for freestyle. And your child prodigy handled the presentation admirably. And Leona shrieks again, ever the professional, my child prodigy, not this lifetime.
Oh my God, like she fully comes across like an insane person here because she is like, after all I've done for you, Elizabeth, how could you turn on me like this? She's like, she is literally shrieking in this boardroom. And Liz just kind of shakes her head and doesn't know what to say. And then Leona turns on Reggie and she's like, and you're never going to get away with this. You can kiss your career goodbye. I'll see to it that you never work in fashion editing again. And Gordon is like, okay, what the fuck is going on here? Like, explain yourself, Leona. And Leona reveals that Liz is an intern, a high school kid, and a conniving, no good thief.
And Gordon's like, oh, you'd better have proof of your accusations. And she says she has them all: memos, copies, computer files. I have tons of documentation. Now, Liz did write this up on her own computer. Why does she not have, she would have something.
Yeah.
Like, she just printed out. They don't seem to have email. Like, she just printed everything out and gave it to Leona. So I'm not sure where she's getting the, hard backup copies from. But anyway, it's all sounds terrible to Gordon, and he's shocked, and he's particularly shocked that Reggie went along with this lie. She knew Liz was an intern and, as far as he's concerned, went along with the fraud of stealing Leona's idea. Yeah. So they're both fired and security's going to escort them out of the building.
Yes. Liz is devastated by this. She's like, I was so close, her heart sinking. But she felt even worse for Reggie, whose dream of finally being with Gordon seemed shattered beyond hope. And it's like, bitch, she just lost her job. I'd say her crush on Gordon isn't really number one priority right at the fucking second. What are you talking about?
One conversation with. And also, how did you think this was all going to play out? Like, they were going to accept your idea and then Leona would just never be seen again? Like, what did you think was going to happen when she came back? Like, you're just like, fucking stupid.
He was always going to come back at some point. Like, I don't know how this wasn't ever factored in. I mean, sure, they didn't expect her to barge in and interrupt the meeting, but like, she was going to find out eventually. Yep.
Well, we cut to Todd's manky apartment where he's trying to cook scalloped potatoes out of a packet, but it's going horribly wrong because he doesn't have a 2-quart casserole pan. No idea what 2 quarts is.
Not a notion.
Could be a litre. Could be 5.
Who knows?
No idea. So he's got pork. He's got, like, why is he making something so? Just make fucking pasta, Todd.
He has very high ambitions for this dinner that he's making. Yeah.
Marinated pork roast with garlic and peppercorns. So he looks in the materials that came with the kitchen, and it's all just like filthy junk, basically.
Yeah.
Like there's rusted holes and mangled forks and spoons. And he notices that everything in the cupboard with all with all the pans and pots are sprinkled with what looks like black grains of wild rice or caraway seeds. That's what he goes straight to, listeners, not the obvious. And he guesses a gourmet slob used to live here. Seriously, come on, Todd. And then smoke starts coming out of the oven, and he realizes that the roast is burnt to a frazzle. Also, this cooker is dangerous because the handle on the outside of the oven door is as hot as a sizzling frying pan. That should not be happening.
That is such a hell hazard. Jesus Christ. Yeah. So poor Todd, he opens up the oven like using a load of kitchen paper, basically, as a pot holder. Smoke comes billowing out. Like I kept waiting for them to mention the smoke alarm going off, but I don't think there's even a smoke alarm in this
there is not.
little apartment, because this place is absolutely filled with smoke from this burnt dinner. Yeah. So he's like, okay, this is fine. I've got other stuff. Like he went and did a big shop, basically. Yeah. So he's like, I'll change the menu. I can still turn this around. So he's got some like a stuffed chicken that just needs to be heated,
pre-cooked.
Basically.
Yeah.
It's already cooked. Yeah. So he's like, okay, this is great. It's got its own little disposable baking pan. So he's got this covered. Plan B is going to be absolutely fine. So he reckons he'll be able to use this pan afterwards for the potatoes. So his dinner is saved. So he dumps the roast because it's just beyond saving, and decides that, this is all going to be grand. But then he notices more of the black sprinkles when he's in his bedroom, and thinks, that's really weird. And then suddenly has the dawning realization of what they actually are, and realizes that the place is basically covered in mouse shit.
Yes, it's absolutely foul. And then more smoke comes out. The chicken's burnt. He realizes that it's only been in there for like 5 minutes, so the oven is clearly on the fritz. So he realizes his options are limited, and then he decides to go for macaroni, cheese, and buttered toast. I would eat that. I mean, it's very carb heavy, but like you'd want a bit of a vegetable next to it, but I'd still eat it.
I'd still be quite happy. Yeah, a bit of mac and cheese. Fucking done. I'm happy out.
Carb on carb dinner. Delicious.
Yep.
Completely beige.
So beige. But you know what? Like it's more than, it's pretty much the kind of dinner you would expect Todd to make.
Oh my God.
He's living in this horrible little apartment. He's like his parents and Simone are coming for dinner, basically. Like pasta is the height of what you would expect, not this big roast dinner or like.
Yes.
He did have grand ambitions, in fairness to him, but like this is a much more realistic prospect. But even the toast is a bit tricky because the toaster doesn't really work properly, and he has to kind of use tongs to pull out the bread because it doesn't really pop out, causing more smoke in the kitchen. Like it's all quite haphazard.
It's chaos. But he sets up the garden furniture for his guests, and he's about to ring for like a takeaway. Yeah. But then the doorbell rings. Mm-hmm. So we cut to the casa, the garden of the casa, and Liz is haunted by the day's disaster. And of course, worst of all, as far as she's concerned, is Reggie being sad about her boss, who she fancied and had one conversation with.
Like, Reggie has lost her fucking job. I don't know why she doesn't feel worse about that than stupid crush stuff.
Oh my God, it's ridiculous. She thinks that like not only has she lost her potential career at Mode Industries, but she has wrecked Reggie's life. True.
Yes.
And then Jessica comes in and basically just brags about how great her photo shoot went. She says that Simone was fired, and now she's going to replace her. And not only that, she's going out to Planet Hollywood with Quentin. Oh, very cool.
It's a huge celebrity shindig at Planet Hollywood. And again, it's so funny when they use an actual place or an actual restaurant, and it being Planet Hollywood. I love that so much.
It's amazing.
The height of glamour.
I know. Well, Liz, rather charmingly, is genuinely pleased for her. And Jessica is like just so excited. She can't believe they might both end up working full time for Flair. Not how modelling works usually, no. Jessica, not like high-end fashion modelling. Mm-hmm. But when Liz hears that, she bursts into tears. And Jessica assumes she's upset about Todd and is like, he's not worth it, love.
Yeah. But Liz is like, no, it's not Todd. And she reveals that she got fired. And Jessica can't believe this. So Liz fills her in on the whole thing about the idea for the magazine that Leona ripped off. And Jessica is absolutely enraged about this. And when she finds out that the kind of the proof that this was going to happen was on the tape recorder that she found in Leona's condo. Jessica's like, her condo? And clearly her mind is kind of, the wheels are starting to turn, because she's like, this whole thing is outrageous. First of all, Leona stabs you in the back and expects you to be her maid. Like, what a snake. And she's really enraged by Leona's actions here. And I do love when Jessica's like righteously angry about something that she's actually, she's not ruining anyone's life. She's just quite rightly angry for her twin here. But she's like, that's so unfair, and that witch should have been the one to get fired and not you. So Liz is like, oh, we gave it our best shot, but, I've ruined Reggie's life in the process, and, it's all over now. So, that's that done. But Jessica's like, no, your plan wasn't half bad, but you should have come to me in the first place. She's like, Enid and Maria might be good friends, but trust me, they're not too swift when it comes to being devious and manipulative. Those are my specialities.
I did love this, because like, she is not wrong.
Like, it's like every so often she has this little flash of self-awareness, and it's like, yeah, no, I mean, she's got a point.
So Liz says, I'm just glad it's all over. Why? What is all over? Like, that doesn't make, that is one of those lines that's put in as a setup for what comes next, because it makes no sense Liz would think this. Because what's all over? Like, what? Why are you glad that Reggie's lost her job?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
But Jessica vows silently, no, it isn't over, not by a long shot. Leona Pearson is going to get exactly what she deserved. And she thinks that after all the times her older sister had come to her rescue, Jessica decided it was her turn to do the same for Elizabeth.
Oh.
About fucking time.
Honestly.
And that is the end of Fashion Victim Part 1.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, there was still some good stuff. I think Leona turning up in the middle of that meeting with the crutches and the eyes blazing is quite funny.
I loved that, yes.
But I will say this book goes completely buck wild for the second half. So I am looking forward to getting into that with you.
I cannot wait. And I'm also looking forward to hearing about the outfits, because there were an insane amount of outfits in this book.
So yeah, this is going to take like an hour. There were so many. So early on at the start of the book, Jessica, she had selected her outfit that morning. So this is, yes, for her day of work in the studio, which, as we know by now, is mostly manual labor and moving sand around. But she's wearing slim-fitting turquoise satin pants with a matching tunic.
Oh my God.
And a pair of funky 70s style platform sandals. Now, I will say this does sound like something TV Jessica would wear.
Yes! Oh my God, that's what I thought. But
it's basically the outfit that she wears in the right to bear midriffs, that she like rips off the top and she's wearing a little crop top on.
Yes!
Or at least in my memory of that episode, it's that outfit. So it is, it does feel very Jessica, but again, it's an insane thing to wear for a job of like lugging stuff around the studio all day.
Wow, there's no logic to her work clothes ever.
None. Quentin, when he arrives in that day, he's wearing faded jeans today, topped with a black t-shirt and a pale khaki vest.
What?
So I'm sure there's still some pockets going on in that khaki vest. He's always got
By the way,
pockets.
Because a vest is what we would call a waistcoat.
Waistcoat. Yeah.
Did you count how many waistcoats there were in this book? Because they're all fucking wearing them. And this is like 1997. I just don't buy it.
It's a lot of waistcoats. You're right.
So many waistcoats. Too many waistcoats, some would say.
Truly, because the next one is a vest.
Go on.
Because Enid has, this is when Enid and Maria turn up in Liz's room when she's just kind of feeling sad about how she's driven her friends away. Enid is wearing a calf-length burgundy skirt, matching vest, and deep blue blouse.
That sounds like my secondary school uniform.
It's very school uniform, isn't it?
Yeah, mine was burgundy, and until my year started, well, the juniors, like so up to fourth year, was burgundy, and they had a pinafore, like a gym, like an old school pinafore except the top of it had buttons up the front. So it did kind of look like you were wearing a burgundy skirt and a waistcoat. So when I started, the older junior girls all had that. We had a jumper instead. So I cannot wear burgundy to this day, because it just is a school uniform colour as far as I'm concerned. And the thought of this outfit is... It's giving none as well.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, I had the exact same thought. But yeah, that will crop up again.
Oh my God.
So Maria, she's wearing wide leg jeans and a pale yellow hippie era smock top.
I mean, that's vaguely 90s, so yeah, whatever.
It is. But this is reflecting her eclectic and offbeat style. What else? Jessica, she is at the edge and she's wearing an ice blue silk dress.
As,
To the rave.
as everyone does to a rave.
Absolutely. Quentin has traded his everyday rumpled artist clothing for a black retro dress jacket, a white button-down shirt, and black jeans.
Gothic gang.
Yeah. Oh my God,
Seriously?
he absolutely is. You're right.
Well, Liz would be horrified.
She would actually. She'd be very upset by this. Tina Baker, the supermodel that was at the Fowler wedding, she is wearing a short black beaded dress and heavy silver jewellery.
I mean, I guess that's. I mean, again, this is all meant to be like a hip rave, like techno club.
Techno club. Yeah.
They should be wearing like vest tops and like
That's true.
combat trousers, like combats and a tiny, like dress like All Saints, maybe.
Yeah. Yes, actually.
That's what a
that is-
model would wear at a club at this stage, I feel.
That's bang on, yeah. Sophia Tolland, who's engaged to that guy from that band, Nuclear Hearts. So she is a tall blonde girl in a sleeveless black leather jumpsuit.
I just cannot imagine that in the mid-90s at all, anywhere. But anyway, I'll go on.
So we're back to Maria. She's wearing a cashmere sweater and slim-fitting black moleskin pants with silver hoops in her ears. Apparently, she's much too artsy and unique looking for the editorial department. Somehow, I don't understand. Enid, also dressed like a nun once again.
Yeah.
She's wearing a black calf-length wool skirt with a cream-coloured vest over a burgundy silk blouse.
What the fuck? Sister
Yeah.
Chanel, is that you?
Truly, it's like in one she's dressed in the school uniform and in the next she's dressed as the nun teaching those girls.
Oh my God, she really is.
She's switching around. Reggie is wearing the mode uniform. She's wearing a blue blazer with a matching tailored skirt that's the same length as the jacket. So we're keeping that trend going as well.
Oh my God.
Uh,
At least there's some consistency, I suppose.
I know. Jessica, when she's making that little lunch to make it up to Cameron, who is no longer in the mailroom, she's wearing a black leather miniskirt and deep purple satin jacket with a black leather trim.
Fuck. It's also the fact she's wearing this to work. It's just insane.
Crazy.
Makes
These are some of the outfits for that weird Bel Air hotel party.
Oh yeah. Oh
that
my
they go
God.
to.
So many outfits.
So many. So this is what Liz picks out for Reggie when these teens are giving this grown woman a makeover. It's a short black dress with a deep neckline and suede trim. It's the Lena Lapin design.
Oh, bien sûr.
Liz herself is in a glamorous opal chiffon dress, a Pierre Jovet original, and silver high-heeled sandals that she's finding it difficult to walk around in, apparently.
Of course.
Enid
Oh my God.
looks incredible in a shimmering lime green velvet gown.
I was at a very fancy award ceremony the other week. Didn't win, by the way, listeners. But thank you to everybody who voted for me. And it was kind of black tie, and that people were wearing like long dresses. But I think if you had worn a lime green velvet gown, people would have been like, "Oh, very, striking." Whereas she's doing this to like a work party, basically.
Oh, yes, with silver mesh earrings and a matching bracelet. Maria had chosen a long floral print silk skirt and a tailored black leather sleeveless jacket with gold buttons.
See, if it was just a leather jacket over the dress, that would actually be very 90s.
That would. And I can't really picture this like a tailored black leather sleeveless jacket with gold buttons. Like, yeah, the long floral skirt is very 90s.
Yes.
But I can't really get a handle on what this top part looks like. It just doesn't make sense.
This is like, baffling. A big, like, I'm imagining a sort of biker jacket with the sleeves cut off.
Yeah.
Like a biker jacket waistcoat, except then, no, biker jacket has zips. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, it's insane. Like everything in this book.
True.
It's just the writer's obsessed with waistcoats and waistcoat-like materials.
I think so. It's all waistcoats and it's all beaded dresses, because there's another woman, the one who thinks that Liz works for Vogue, is wearing a glittery white beaded dress, when she comes up to badger her about being in Milan. That woman, Geneva, wears a shimmering deep green beaded dress and diamond jewellery.
I mean, they're all very sparkly.
They're very sparkly. Everyone's dressed like a disco ball.
flashing right hither and yon.
Completely. This, I think, might be my favourite one. Todd went to the wardrobe room to change into his first outfit for the day. A bright orange moleskin pants, topped with a royal blue velvet jacket and a paisley ascot tied at his throat. What kind of guy would dress like this? He asked himself incredulously. And my notes say, Austin Powers, hon. That's who.
Cross with Larry from Scooby-Doo.
Like, oh my God, this is so funny. I don't know what this shoot was or why this is what they put him in. It's so funny. But Simone struts into the studio. Simone, I think she's like late as usual. She comes strutting in looking very sexy in a skin-tight, shiny green jumpsuit and black leather boots.
So many jumpsuits. They were not like they came back in again. They were not in back then.
No, not at all. This one is the outfit that Liz wears on the cover. So this is what she wears to meet with Gordon Lewis when she's pretending that Leona's office is her one. And it's described as a pale grey skirt and matching vest with a pink short-sleeved blouse, which is exactly what's on the cover. So I do enjoy that. And it's so funny because I read that out and I was like, don't know about that outfit. And then you see it and it's like, actually, that is really nice.
It's really nice.
Yeah. Enid, again. I'm worried about Enid's wardrobe, I must say.
So am I now.
She looks totally convincing as a secretary, wearing a dark blue dress and loose-fitting jacket with a burgundy scarf draped around her neck.
What the fuck?
Enid, what happened to your goth clothes? It's like she binged everything and just started wearing her mother's clothes or something. I don't know what's going on with her.
I'm so sad that she's not only abandoned her goth ways, but is dressing like a middle-aged frump.
Basically, yeah, like all these calf-length wool skirts. It's a bit concerning.
It really is.
Reggie turns up. She looks amazing. She's dressed in neutral colours, a dark brown silk blouse.
Of course.
And a skirt and long tan jacket. So, yeah, she's quite muted colours, but again, wearing the mode uniform. Okay, what else? There's two more. Jessica this is for her swimsuit shoot. She's wearing a shimmering blue maillot with a long diaphanous cover-up wrapped loosely around her hips. I guess you could also call it a sarong.
You could. Oh, well, though maybe you shouldn't. Give anybody any ideas.
Bad things happen. Okay, and her final outfit is when Leona bursts into the room on crutches, absolutely furious, dressed for battle. She's wearing a short-skirted herringbone suit with black suede trim, which does sound kind of cool. A taupe silk blouse, gold knot earrings, and a gold chain necklace complemented her outfit. So she is ready for business.
She sure is.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and absolutely furious to go along with the outfit. But, yeah, that's so many. And that's just the first half of this book. Now, there aren't as many in the second half, but there is still some good stuff in there. But yeah, it's a lot.
That is, I'm stunned. I could tell there were going to be a lot while, I was reading it, but it's still a lot.
Isn't it? I kind of feel like I was zoning out as I was reading them. So, but I hope it was still interesting to listen to.
Oh, well, there's just so many. There's so many waistcoats.
So many vests, yeah.
Well, listeners, were you as dazzled by all the waistcoats as we were? Do let us know what you think. We love hearing from you and very much appreciate it. You know where to find us. We are on social media at SVH Podcast.
Yes, you can send us an email at svhpodcast@gmail.com.
And we are most active on Instagram, where you had plenty to say. You were tagging yourself, started by Waterwear77. She said, tag yourself. I'm the twin switch. We can't just go on a date. We have to have times where we switch places for some reason. Like, seriously, there was no reason for all that switching. Just put one of them at each date.
Honestly, yes. Oni Durkee said, I'm a member of the ancient culture imagined by Flair magazine, worshipping cats in the famous Roman Acropolis. Life is confusing, but I get by.
Marnie Knox said, I'm the Wertheimer family, finding out that our Chanel brand is mentioned in a Sweet Valley book. Weird. And if people don't know about that family and what that Nazi bitch Coco Chanel tried to do, just look it up. Because it was the if it is the family I'm thinking of, they are the family who she tried to steal the Chanel number 5 rights from. Which maybe that is another family that she tried to she tried to French Jewish family she tried to steal off. But look up Chanel during the Aryanization of French businesses in occupied France, of Jewish-owned businesses in occupied France. Chanel tried to take advantage of that to take over the perfume company. And they had managed to transfer it. It is that family. She'd managed to transfer it to transfer it to somebody else, so she couldn't get her grasping little paws at it. And he gave the brand back to them after the war. So they got to keep it. Not in favour of billionaires, but in favour of people getting one over on a Nazi apologist. Yes. So,
I think that's fair.
So yes, do look up that story. It's why I have no truck for the romanticisation of Coco Chanel.
Fair.
Plucky Incident said, I am Elizabeth's limited memory illness, very much in the style of Drew Barrymore in 50 First Dates. Every morning I reset to circle cover time, armed with only a few post-its reminding Elizabeth that Todd is the love of her life and that Jessica is her identical twin, who would of course never let her stand trial for drunken vehicular manslaughter, a strangely specific note for someone with a blank slate. It also explains why Elizabeth can't recall her many infidelities, can't remember how to impersonate her own twin, and has somehow forgotten the basic geometry of how a pyramid is structured.
Yeah, that's very fair. Points were made. Pippi Ann Shirley said, I'm the screenwriter for Working Girl, cackling that my boss broke her leg skiing so Plucky Blonde gets to shine bit. Got into the zeitgeist this way.
So I did. When we were doing the episode last time, I was still in a kind of a trance because I was coming very close to book deadline. But a part of my brain was like, I've just got images of Sigourney Weaver with her leg in a cast. Like, did this happen in Working Girl? But then I was too stressed to actually confirm this. It did. A lot of people pointed it out.
Yes, lots of people, because it is like an absolutely blatant ripoff of Working Girl. Yeah, I had to go because it's years since I've seen it.
Same.
So I did go back and just read a quick plot summary, and it is literally beat for beat, like Liz's storyline, down to that party the night before the meeting. Like that all happens in the movie too. Like it is shameless. I really thought it was kind of more in the SVU years that they started just ripping off movies.
Yeah, which they really did. All the thrillers are 100%.
Like they're all just based on films, but no, they actually started much earlier than we thought, and right here in the Flair offices where we are basically just doing Working Girl.
Yep.
Liz having her Tess McGill moment.
Except without the big hair.
True.
She also does not have a bod for sin and prevent.
Oh my God, I'd pass out if Liz ever said anything like that. Oh, I did like Plucky Insolence said, I'm Tom McKay, both perplexed and slightly aroused that booty shorts clad Todd Wilkins is now working beside me at Foxy Mama's Den, all because he left his parents' house to chase a modelling career. And honestly, I hope my boyfriend gets back from Santa Dora soon before Todd tempts me with a tall mocha almond smoothie.
No going on down at Foxy Mama's Den.
Oh my God. And if you're not sure what we're talking about, then you simply must go check out Maria Teresa Biblioteca's Substack.
Seriously.
Because it is so fucking good.
It's all mythos there now.
I know, there's so much backstory now. And it's like, wait, did that actually happen? Or was that just Maria Teresa's storyline?
Neil Stargazer said, I'm the Irish accent that we North Americans begin to think in after listening to Double Love often. Yes, not only does my inner voice sometimes come with an Irish accent, I've begun to speak in Irish slang as well. Doesn't help that two of my favourite bands are also Irish. Well, we can only apologise.
That's so funny. Oh yeah, a lot of shout outs for Working Girl,
yes.
Which is fair because it is fully that storyline. And I can't believe we didn't catch it sooner, but there we go. OGW Nostalgia said, I'm my cat having 3 a.m. zoomies, tearing the curtains down and knocking dishes off the counter. Why are you yelling at me? I'm just trying to create an atmosphere of Roman mystery.
Miss Bestie said, I'm Heather Malone and I'm about to shove my lemon slice down Liz's throat. No one worthy of the title cheerleader could ever forget the funky monkey.
For shame.
Funky.
Oh God, so funky. Sister Betty Confetti said, I'm creepy
Oh.
Cameron, the first actual human in these books. I'm not sure why Jessica, who tans religiously and is jacked from cheerleading, thinks I can't tell her apart from her pasty, nerdy, noodle-armed sister when we're on a date. But as a grown man attempting to date a child, this is probably the least worst punishment for my sins.
Sister Betty Confetti also said, I'm Mr. Collins, congratulating myself on my grand plan to get some actual education done at this school. I've sent the Chaos Twins and their most high-risk associates on bullshit wrote internships for, I don't know, 2 months or something. 2 weeks, by the way. It's just 2 weeks. No sense. While they're off learning about the workplace, we will run intensive courses for the remaining student populace, unbothered by vampires, slam books, cheerleading regionals, and unnecessary dance committees. You do it, Mr. Collins.
God, I absolutely love the thought that back at school, everyone's actually just getting on with learning stuff. And it's like we just have to silo off all these lunatics to get some work done every so often. So good.
Oh, well, we'll see if your wishes comes true here, K.W. Thomas Books. She said, I'm the danger promised in the next book. Am I a polystyrene rock barricading Liz in the dark room, or am I full Leona Cobra? Only time will tell.
Ooh.
Oh my God. It's seriously, there's so many good ones. I like this from Rainbow Dash. I'm Flair's HR team. I clearly don't exist. Damn fucking straight you don't.
Honestly, where are they? Oh my God. There's so many and they're all so good.
I did enjoy everybody talking about how much they absorbed Irish slang. Galia said she catches herself thinking in a mindy, disbelieving tone, oh, that's gas, about things.
Jamie Dodger said that gaff has entered their internal vocab, which I also love.
Good. Very useful word. Bob with the Button said she's saying column, not column. Do you say column in America?
Column.
North America?
Column.
It's definitely column here.
I think that's just how we say it. I think that's a very Irish thing.
Well, that's true. Oh, there was a lot of outrage and anger. Well, I say anger in inverted commas about us denigrating. I don't know if we denigrated them. We were surprised that Todd's parents were like fast asleep at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, in retrospect, that was probably some big talk from somebody who is mostly in bed at 10 o'clock.
Are you asleep then?
I'm not asleep.
Yeah, they were dead to the world. I'm gone to bed by 11, but yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people were, some of them were going to bed at 8:30. Well, good for you, especially this time of year. We all want to hibernate.
True. Fair enough.
There's a lot of love for Cressida's masterpiece, of course, which we always very much appreciate. Just have to reiterate, Cressida, do not feel under any pressure to keep making these. Like,
indeed.
Like, I don't want you to feel that this is like a job you have to do. We love it. We adore it. But if it's causing you any stress whatsoever, please stop. But if it isn't,
then we're delighted. There was also Magpie's Nest Ceremonies said, loving Leona's voice in this episode, very Belinda Blinked the Duchess. And literally as we were doing those silly voices, I was like, this reminds me of something and I can't remember what it is. It totally was the Duchess.
I think we were channeling the Duchess.
I think so.
Where's Toffee Apple Chew when you need him?
Well, indeed. Maybe that's how she broke her leg. She was thrown from her horse.
Actually, Plucky Insolence made a very good point. She said, in the beloved book Who's Who, that golden age, didn't they both have to wear watches for the timed bathroom switches? They did. Was Jessica simply planning to rely on a wall clock for her switch times at Chez Paul? I think she actually was. She was like looking at Quentin's watch. I think it was ridiculous.
It was very silly.
There is there's a great bit from Amy Arrows High, who just read a Stranger Things tie-in book with double love in it. Not our double love.
Oh, It ends with Eleven buying a copy of Double Love because she's fascinated by the beautiful normal girls on the cover. OL. She imagined what it would be like to be them, not to be surrounded by monsters and powers and death. And I said out loud, OL, honey, you don't know Sweet Valley. Because listen, yeah, maybe her mom was experimented on by MK Ultra, but at least old Tatty Mule never tried to steal her face. Very good point. That's gas. I didn't know that there was a little crossover moment there.
We always love seeing Sweet Valley pop up in something, and it's not always accurate.
That's true.
That's one, and I get weirdly annoyed when it isn't. Though, of course, the best is in The Simpsons, where isn't it Mo who says that's the stupidest thing I've ever.
Yes, the stupidest thing I've ever heard, and I've read every book in the Sweet Valley High series.
Yeah. I'm like, fair.
That's
fair.
One, yeah.
That is fair.
That's someone who knows what they're talking about.
I definitely read one some reference recently that implied that the books were sort of sugary sweet, and I'm like, oh, they are. To give you another Irishism, they are in their hole. They were just really. There are a lot of things. But
very
sickly
true.
sweet, they are not.
No, that's it. They're kind of used as shorthand for something every so often, and it's like, no, that's not the vibe. You do not know what you're talking about.
You come to us, we and our listeners, we all know what that vibe is. Unfortunately,
Yeah. Mayhem mostly.
Well, listeners, thank you so much for all your communication. We appreciate hearing from you so much, and you make us laugh all the time. So it's very much a mutual relationship in that regard.
Honestly, you're all so funny. Like, I just love reading the comments so much. They're so good.
Seriously. And thank you again to everybody who voted for me in the Irish Book Awards, even though I did not win. But all your votes were very much appreciated, and I still had a very nice time and got to dress up in a sparkly dress.
It was you in the sequined dress, sparkling like a disco ball.
Oh my God, it kind of was actually. It did actually give off sparkles. There were times where it was like it was being reflected on other people's clothes.
It was great. Such a good dress.
Thank you very much. So yes, thank you everybody. And remember that our song is available for Christmas purchasing if you know anybody who might like it. It's always hustling. Never not doing it. But because of my book commitments, because I was sending in a draft of the next book, Love Scene, out May 2026, last week. We didn't have an episode last week, which means that we will not have a PBA episode next week because we can't leave you hanging for like a month between episodes because we're going to be taking our Christmas break.
Yes.
So there won't be a new Caitlin installment next week, but there will be part 2 of Fashion Victim.
Yeah, no, we reckoned, we're right to keep the ball rolling and get this one all sorted out before Christmas. So we're going to come back with a main feed episode for you next week. So we're going to find out what goes on in the second half of this book, because let me tell you, it goes off the rails very fucking quickly.
I haven't read it, so I am very excited about this.
I look forward to your all caps texts about it. Because, they go Camp Echo Mountain on us and keep all the juice for the the second half of the last book where things just go completely batshit insane. So that's going to be great fun. So we will be getting into that next week.
Yes.
And then we'll be taking our Christmas break, and we're always off for January as well. So just a heads up to any new listeners, that's usually what happens here, that we go quiet for January and then we're back in February.
And bear in mind that we do have a lot of bonus episodes. So if you want to occupy yourself while we're on our annual hiatus, you know where to go. You can sign up to Headstuff Plus.
Yeah, so if you head on over to headstuffpodcast.com, you can sign up to support the show for as little as €5 or €6 a month. It's probably 6 with the VAT. But yeah, it's a pretty good deal because it gets you access to all our lovely bonus content and the bonus content for like all the shows on the network. So if there's other shows that you enjoy on the Headstuff network, you'll get all their bonus content too. And like we have so many bonus episodes and series now at this stage. Like we've done all 4 series of the Sweet Valley High TV show, which we got so attached to. We were so devastated when it was over. We loved it so much. So there's 4 seasons of us chatting about that. There's the first Caitlin book, the first 2 Caitlin books, because we are now into the 3rd one. The first trilogy, and we are constantly confused about where we are.
We are.
But we are having fun over in Highgate. It's completely bonkers over there too. Like it's the Francine Pascal extended universe. So things are no saner in Virginia, let me tell you.
We wish. Well, actually, no, we don't wish. We like them being bonkers. Like, we've got a secret doctor dad. We've had Caitlin in disguise. We've had a child eating fertilizer out of a bag. And now having an Enid in Crash Landing style psychosomatic paralysis because he just doesn't want to get better.
Honest to God, it is full tilt telenovela over there in Highgate, and it is tremendous fun. So if you can, do join us over there because it's great crack.
And it'll keep you going during the hiatus because, like, as Cameron was just saying, we've covered a lot.
There's a lot of stuff over there, yeah.
So we will see you for one more go in 2025 next week when we find out what happens when somebody becomes a fashion victim.
Ooh, it's going to be good.
See you then, everybody.
Thanks for listening.
And happy Christmas.
Oh.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with Head Stuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.